Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled.
I'm Batman.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me! Who's got you?
Dooby-dooby-doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman!
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
I'm Conor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. I was born in 1518 in the village of Glenfinnan on the shores of Loch Shiel. I am immortal.
I'm Captain Kirk.
I'm a doctor. But probably not the one you expect.
Welcome everyone to the Special Geek this week's review of the Doctor Who Christmas special, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. So we've gone 1 year without Doctor Who. There was no regular Doctor Who in 2016. The last Doctor Who we had was last year's Christmas special, The Husbands of River Song. So this year we got The Return of Dr. Mysterio, which we knew would have superhero elements in it. Through interviews done by cast members and showrunner Stephen Moffat. So I watched it Christmas night. I was super psyched for it. Been waiting all year, and also had gotten hyped by watching the reconstruction of Power of the Daleks, which they done fully animated. That was the second Doctor's First Adventure, which the video is totally lost due to the fact that the BBC didn't keep their videotapes back then in the 1960s. So it was a lost episode, so the only way they could get it back was by doing animation. But back to the Christmas special, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Spoilers, if you have not seen it, you probably want to stop this video now. Otherwise, we're going to continue, so you've been forewarned. Okay, they started off the episode with us seeing an 8-year-old boy finding the Doctor dangling outside his family's apartment, New York City. We find out it's Christmas Eve, and the year is, they never stated the year, but the year is supposed to be 1992. Of course, the boy, finally lets the Doctor in before he can fall. The Doctor's frantically trying to get in. So he takes the boy up to the rooftop because the boy thinks he's Santa Claus. And there's a little few anecdotes going there that the Doctor is like pointing out to him that, look here, this Superman, if you look here, Clark Kent, look, they're the same person. And the boy's like, yeah, right. Everybody knows that. The Doctor just is oblivious. And then the kid starts telling him about Spider-Man. And he's like, bitten by a radioactive spider. And, it's just a funny anecdotes that the Doctor gives. And the scene here between him and this young boy, whose name is Grant, they seem to have, it's a little good chemistry. It sort of references back to the 11th Doctor and the young Amelia Pond. Basically, the Doctor hands over this stone and says, okay, hold on to this for me. And the kid keeps asking him, what are you? He's like, I'm the Doctor. Doctor of what? I'm the Doctor. There's millions of doctors. He's like, I'm the Doctor. I'm the one who started it. So the kid takes it, thinking it's medicine. And one of the funny little anecdotes referencing back to all the Christmas specials is that young Grant coughs And he says, I get coughs like this at Christmas. And the doctor says, yeah, I get coughs too, or invasions. Every previous Doctor Who Christmas special has mostly been invasions of some sort. So we go to the main plot of the story takes place in 2016 New York City. We find a doctor working with Nardo from the Husbands of River Song. We find out that he extracted Nardo's head from Hydroflax's body and recreated his original body for him. Don't know all the offense, but that's their explanation. And the doctor is doing an investigation into Harmony Shores. And discovers, along with a female news reporter named Lucy Fletcher, wink wink, Lois Lane, that they discovered that that the whole organization is being ran by these living alien brains that transports themselves into any living creature in order to be able to move around. And they have already taken over two major bodies, one of the head scientist of the organization and now the owner of the company. And then, of course, Dr. Nardo and Lucy get caught, and then we get introduced to the superhero, the Ghost, who turns out to be Grant. And that he works for Lucy as a nanny taking care of her young daughter. So we have half the episode focusing on this relationship between Lucy and Grant, and then we have this other part of the episode, the doctor trying to figure out what these aliens are up to and going back and forth with that kind of scenario. We find out that these aliens, Harmony Shores, are the same aliens that we saw toward the end in The Husbands of River Song. So that was interesting to see. Basically, the doctor finds their alien ship in space. It figures out what they're planning to do is that that the aliens are planning on dropping the ship at into New York at a designated time, so that all of Earth's leaders will head toward their building because it will be the only thing left standing. And then once they get the world leaders, they're going to transfer the aliens' brains into their body and take over the Earth. But the doctor, in his grand wisdom, crashes the ship early and sends it plunging toward Earth. And Grant stops the ship, finally revealing himself to Lucy, and they fall in love. The doctor has already alerted UNIT, who comes and takes down the organization, but they're unaware that the alien brain in the main scientist has escaped and is now in the body of one of the soldiers. The end of the episode has a nice touch where the doctor talks about how things end and things start again new. And it's kind of a eulogy to the loss of River Song, which we find out from Nardo. That's what he's referring to. He's still mourning the loss of River Song. So we assume that the events of the episode, the main chunk of the episode of this Christmas special, is taking place after the Doctor and River part ways on Duridium, which they were on a date for 24 years. So, and we, of course, Nardo says that, hey, he will eventually recover. He will be okay, but I will, I'll be there to be support until he's able to. So that kind of explains why he's there, but, who knows how that's going to go. But I will say they did do a lot of continuity. At the beginning of the episode, the Doctor is trying to construct a device that will reverse time paradoxes. And he talks about the paradoxes being around New York City. That would be a reference to the Angels Take Manhattan. Of course, he makes the reference about an invasion every Christmas is usually what he gets, and that's referring to all the previous Doctor Who Christmas specials, with the exception of the Husbands of River Song and such. The aliens are unnamed still in this episode, but we know that in the previous the Husbands of River Song, they were servants of King Hydroflax, and their main agent Scratch said that they represent the shore of the Winter Harmony. So what will their name be? We don't know. I didn't catch this one, but there was a movie theater in one part of the episode, in the episode, that scenes showing the outside of Lucy's apartment had a movie that was featured on the billboards that said "The Mind of Evil," and that was a continuity reference to the Third Doctor serial, "The Mind of Evil," with the Third Doctor. It's And there was a nice little throwback when the Doctor was complaining about Grant promising never to use his powers. Nardo quickly chimes in and says, brings up the Time Lord policy of never interfering in other people's or cultures, which was first mentioned in the Second Doctor serial War Games, the War Games. Just a lot of good little references in there and such. So, with that being said, I just it was a good episode, but it wasn't a great episode, and it didn't feel to me like a Christmas special. Yeah, it starts out on Christmas Eve, but then the rest of the episode, it's nothing. It didn't have that boom to it for me. But it's not a bad episode. I thought Peter Capaldi was great in this episode. His interaction, especially when he confronts the aliens and tells them, I'll grant you mercy." And they're like, "We're not giving you any mercy." He's like, "No. I'm talking about me giving you mercy. I'll give you 10. I'll give you the count of 10 to run, hide, do whatever. Every time somebody's tried to come and take over the Earth, they failed. So you're screwed. Just, go while you can still go." And it's that kind of interaction with him that I like. I think that it should have been more focused on the Doctor, and Grant should have been a supporting character instead of being like the main character, in my opinion. It was just a regular Doctor Who episode. It wasn't a Christmas special to me, and that's what it should have been, a Christmas special. A lot of people, I've read a lot of bad reviews on this. I've seen a lot of bad reviews for this Christmas special. Myself, I'm not saying it was terrible. I can tell you some of the critical response seems to be positive. The Telegraph gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I know that the Times gave it 4 out of 5, saying Capaldi was at his warmest, and that Matt Lucas added a Pantobor to already exuberant episode. The Guardian gave it a positive review, saying Capaldi takes Manhattan. Cosmic baddies are inserted into inserting alien brains into world leader. It's a timely off the tree fun, and IGN says that it's a pretty lightweight entry in the Doctor lightweight entry, which considering the events of last seasons isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. I guess a lot of people were expecting more out of this Christmas special, considering we ain't had Doctor Who in a year. Personally, myself, with the exception of Hellbent, which a lot of key things of that was a total failure for a season finale to me, or series finale, as they say in the UK. Uh, you know, season 9, was a very damn good season to me. I'm sorry, I'm American. I call it season, so forgive me. But I thought that, with the exception of Sleep No More and Hellbent, I thought that season was awesome. I mean, it's just, I think to me that was the season Capaldi he made the Doctor his. It's like, damn it, I'm the 12th Doctor. Hear me roar. And I think he was at his almost best. The best episode of that season, bar none, had to be Heaven Sent. That was a pure piece of pure acting on Pierre Capaldi's part. So I think that was the biggest problem that all fans had, is we were expecting something grand, and I think maybe we just had our expectations too high. But I think that Stephen Moffat could have delivered better. And I'm hoping season 10 will be great, because, supposedly it is, well, it's not supposedly, series 10, season 10 will be Stephen Moffat's last shindig as the showrunner of Doctor Who. He's leaving after season 10. Rumor is Peter Capaldi's going to leave right behind him. I pray not, because I love Peter Capaldi. I like to see him at least do series 11. And I just like to see him have some time with this new companion that we're going to be getting in series 10. A lot of people are already complaining that they're just, I guess they're not hopeful as how season 10, series 10 is going to go. I have a lot of optimism for it. I just think, like, hopefully, everything will be, better. Hopefully. It's, Matt Lucas will be, it seems like he will be a companion on the ship. I don't know, on the TARDIS. I don't know if he's going to be in every episode of Series 10, but it appears like he's going to be he's going to be part of the show throughout Series 10, and that he's going to be the one of two companions with the 12th Doctor. The new main companion, Pearl Mackie, will play Bill Potts. And we don't know much about her character. I guess we'll find out more in this season 10, series 10 premiere, A Star in Her Eye. I have a lot of hope for series 10. We know we're going to get the Daleks. That's a great thing that we're going to get there. We do know that Michelle Gomez has confirmed she will be reprising her role of Missy, the female version of the Master. That was probably one of Moffat's best twists in Series 8, Season 10, when the big reveal it was that Missy was the Master. I love that line of hers. Missy, short for mistress? I couldn't well go around calling myself the Master. It was just lovely, and the expression on Pierre Capaldi's face was perfect for that. So, but nevertheless, we're supposed to get her in series 10, season 10, and such. So I have a lot of optimism for it. It is premiering in April of next year. I don't know they haven't said the exact date for the U.S. It airs here in the U.S. on BBC America, which thank goodness for BBC America, because we wouldn't have Doctor Who without it. just a little history here. For us U.S. Fans, the classic Doctor Who aired on PBS, broadcast station. And that's how we saw Doctor Who here in the U.S. So hopefully we will, in the way television has changed, thank goodness we can see Doctor Who now on cable, BBC America. And so I'll definitely be watching, and I can't wait for Series 10. Like I said, I'm hoping that Peter Capaldi will continue past Series 10, and that Series 10 will not be his last episode. Now, an interesting rumor I heard was that Matt Smith was talking about wanting to come back and play the Doctor. And that would be interesting if they did bring back Matt Smith and he did play the Doctor again. It would be the first time an actor has played the Doctor twice. And would he play it exactly like he did the 11th Doctor, or would he change it up and just have the face of the 11th Doctor? I don't know. I'm kind of leery. I really wouldn't want to see him go that route. And such, I'd rather see a new actor in the role whenever Peter Capaldi decides to leave the role. Ideally, a line that I like to see is I think I think eventually we're going to be coming up on, actually in 2018 will be the 55th anniversary of Doctor Who, and I would love to see a multi-Doctor story. Assuming Peter Capaldi is still with the series, and I hope he is in 2018, but if he is, I'd love to see him do a storyline with, say, you could have the 12th, 11th, 10th Doctors work with the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann, and I would love to see what the interaction is, because remember, Paul McGann's character, the 8th Doctor, essentially starts the catalyst for what the tone for the new Doctor Who would be. Of course, we didn't get that until retrospect, until the 2013, special Day of the Doctor with the supplement web episode Night of the Doctor, which showed Paul McGann's Doctor's regeneration. But it kind of explains, hey, I'm responsible for the version of the Doctor who fought in the Time War and did horrendous things. So all in all, the trailer for Series 10, Season 10's got me hyped. This, I would give it, if I had to give this between a 1 and a 10, I would put it at 5. To me, I think so far out of the 3 full Christmas specials that Peter Capaldi's done, The Husbands of River Song is like the best. I would almost classify that as the second best Doctor Who Christmas special, period. Only In the Time topping it. So, anyway, that's it for this review of Doctor Who Christmas special, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Don't forget to check out all my other videos. I have a lot of panels from Pensacon 2016 this past February, and also from Fanboy Expo. If you're a Doctor Who fan, check out my Doctor Who panel from Pensacon 2016 that I recorded with the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison, and Davros himself, Terry O'Malley. This year, in 2017, I will be seeing the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy, and his companion, Sophie Aldred, Ace, and I will definitely be recording that panel, so you can check that out on this channel. We'll have much, much more from Pensacon. There will be a Deep Space Nine panel, also Gates McFadden, Dr. Beverly Crusher, Walter Koenig, Chekhov, John Wesley Shipp, The Flash, Barry Allen from the 1990s series, and currently playing Jay Garrick, the Flash from Earth 3 on the current Flash series. Rico Browning, the classic actor from Universal Monster. He's actually the only living actor to have played a Universal Monster. Christopher Black Lagoon. So I'm just super psyched for Pensacon 2017. I'm going to be there. I'm super psyched. My wife knows I'm super psyched. Taking a lot of money with me, so I'm going to have lots of fun. So, hey, thank you guys for checking out this channel. Thank you for watching this special, and leave a comment. Let me know. Would you want me to do Doctor Who reviews in 2017 for Series 10, Season 10? Leave a comment. Let me know, and if I get a lot of interest, I'll probably do videos every week reviewing the episodes. If I don't, I may just review the premiere episode and the season finale. But anyway, thanks for listening or watching. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for your support. And peace. And have a happy new year.